just a couple of dead limbs here, so we'll get those out. They're broken and hanging. Ultimate and hasslesome. When you're throwing branches out, see how they're hanging down. Let's just tie in first. All right, tied in around the main stem. Now, I've seen a lot of guys do this, young guys. So you have a broken branch, it's hanging down into the tree like that. And it's a lot of work to fish it out. So here we have a road, and often there's some kind of target past the drip line of a tree like this. So if there isn't, you can flip it out so the butt clears the canopy. So as long as the butt and a little bit more than, ideally more than half the limb, but as long as the butt and say a few feet of the limb can clear the green of the canopy by flipping it, just throwing it out butt first, then it's very, very likely to just roll off and land outside of the drip line. But in this instance, I don't know how well the camera looks, but it'll end up in the highway, so we can't do that. All right, so the other thing I see, a lot of people will try to push it down through, and it just isn't going to happen. And I've seen guys spend like a long time fishing one limb out because pushing it down in, it's like a feather, right? Or it opens up the wrong way and it gets more tightly jammed. And then you have to go down and fish it and start cutting it out and everything else. So to take the extra effort, and in this situation, I have this limb, healthy limb, as a counter lever, and it's not heavy because it's a dead branch. I'll just get the one that's caught up in it out of the way. It's dead too. Then I'm gonna just push on it, and I'm gonna use our boar culture is about using your body and your strength and building up your strength. So you get it up, and then you use the limb to slide it back towards yourself. And you get that butt. As you're looking down, you find your drop zone, which is gonna be, for me, probably down through the middle of these two trees. Okay, and as you're pulling your butt of the branch, you gotta aim it. Now, this one's not too complicated, but sometimes it takes a lot of effort. And you aim it down into your drop zone and watch where it's gonna, so it doesn't hit other branches. Once you're in a fairly clear spot, give it a toss to get it to clear through, and it should make it right to the ground, which is awesome, because in a tree like this, if it gets hung up halfway, it'll just catch every other branch you throw. So here's another right here. This one's a lot smaller, so it's going to be easy. See, it's caught up. So I'm going to pull it through the way an arrow were to go, with all the feathers pointing the right way. Get it into my drop zone. Once I'm sure it's pretty clear, I'm just going to let it go to the ground.